Hi guys, welcome back. We continue our tight turn series and today we talk about offsets. After slalom, this is the next step toward tight turns at slow speed. And you will see that offsets is just a variation of slalom that's a little bit more technical and more challenging, and of course more fun. If you haven't had the chance yet to practice slalom, I recommend you start there and start from watching Basic Slalom and 3 Tools for Precise Speed Control episodes, because we cover there in detail what it takes to lean the bike. For today, we are starting with the Slalom Dimensions that we finished with in the Basic Slalom video, which is exactly 2 parking spots apart. So what I did, I offset every second cone few feet away, in this case maybe 3-4 feet, and it's not that different actually. The idea is the same. We should be staying on the back of each cone. It changes your line, but not that much. So you need to imagine and ride the bike touching that side of a cone. What it means, once you clear there, you need to come out wider here, turn here, and come to this cone again, touching this side. And then you just repeat. You come out wider, turn before that cone, so your turning is done before, and then you're touching the back of this cone. So that's the entire secret. There is nothing else to it. And before you get on a bike, I want you to do one more thing. Close your eyes and visualize yourself riding through the slalom. Because this line is a little bit more challenging than regular slalom, you need to be able to visually see yourself at each cone of this offset. Make sure you place the bike exactly where you want it to be. Once you can do it in your brain, then do it on the bike with any machine that you own would be much easier. Okay guys, so let's ride it together. Putting back on the back of this cone, back of this, back of this. Now I'm looking at the next one. I'm always looking for the path and imagining my butt at the next cone. So keep doing this until it feels nice and easy and effortless. And always do it in both directions, because even the parking lot has its ups and downs. For example, right now I'm going down, and in the opposite direction I was using more clutch. So this is small Yamaha sports bike. It feels totally different. It actually feels really nimble and really nice. But I'm acutely aware of the lock in the steering. So I'm trying to be as early as possible on my turns. Turn, 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 turn. And I'm trying to be on the back of each cone. Did I just cone? Back of the cone, look up. Back of the cone, look up. Look up. Back of the cone, look up. So now let's make it a little bit more challenging. And there are multiple ways we can make it more challenging. First, we can increase the offset. So one foot is like this, and you move every cone out. So let's ride it again. So now we have a wider course, but the line remains the same. And at this point, it's really important to remember and practice all of the fundamentals that we discussed. So clutch work should be really gradual and smooth. Maintaining this steady speed will help you in balancing and will give you greater control. Again, keep practicing this until it feels really easy. One more way to make it more challenging is actually to shorten the slalom. We are keeping the offset exactly the same, but we are decreasing the space between the cones. So we had 2 slots here, let's do 1.5. And again, it might feel a little bit too much at the beginning, so decrease it even less. So let's try this together. This is advanced. Don't expect to be able to go through such a tight course right away. It takes a lot of practice. Many elements need to come together. Clutch, throttle, rear brake, vision, line, balance. As I said, start with more distance between cones, shorten as you improve. If you don't feel you're making enough progress, try to understand which specific motorcycle control skills you are struggling with. Is it clutch? Is it balance? Go back to an easier layout and work on that specific skill. Practice it until you gain more confidence and until it feels right. It also helps to have somebody else to record you. You may notice some mistakes that you didn't even realize you're making. And note that not on every bike you will be able to do the tightest of sets. Such bikes as Harley or race bikes have wider turning radius, so just be aware of that limitation. My final advice in today's lesson is about the training environment. Even if you diligently do all of the exercises, but always do them in the same place with the same cones, your brain is not going to learn to control the motorcycle in all situations. If you only know what to do in that specific place, around those specific cones, once you go in real world, see all kinds of these things like cars, buildings, streets, corners, your brain gets busy figuring it out with none of the familiar cues like cones, and suddenly nothing works. So even if you have one place where you can train comfortably and a bunch of cones to build your course, once you feel you've learned a certain skill, go to a different place, use something else besides cones, and try to make the same moves there. I want to say thank you to the lovely couple who happened to be training in the same parking lot when we came to film this, and they provided their bike for this offset. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. So guys, this is all for today. If you like it, please like and subscribe, write your comments. I'm always curious to hear your opinion on this. Tell me what you struggle with. It helps me to define the next content for the next videos. Make sure to share it with others. The more we train, the better. So keep training and ride safely. Thank you. Bye. It's an easy pretend this is how we wanted it. Right?